Yo, yo, yo. Millie, what up? These sauce was good. I didn't get to call you back. Apologize. I'll try to call you back tomorrow, bro. Emilian, what's good? Shark Tank for weed. What's happening? Elizondo, what up? HHP Tuck, what's good? What up, what up, what up? Yo, yo, yo. You here to learn? I'm here to teach, bro. Baby girl she's about to tear down my whole setup here. Treat AZ in the place. What's good? What you trying to drive to? Got your jams on over there. Tell y'all what. Tell y'all what. Mark Pelican. What's good, G? Y'all hear Baby Shark in the background? This is how we get down. Big shout out to Kristen Yoder. Make sure you guys support your local weed growers. That's real shit right there. Real shit. Make sure you guys check out her page, The Cynical Stoner. Showing love. I swear y'all gonna make me talk a bunch of finance shit this week. I left that past life. If y'all only saw the things that I see, heard the things that I heard. Let's hop into it. 5 minutes late. All right. Regal Amit here, CEO, founder of Cannabis Global, decentralized media broadcast organization, where we have one network, but many, 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 many voices. And you can catch me on weekdays at 9 a.m. Pacific on the West Coast and 12 p.m. noon on the East Coast for State of Cannabis NewsHour, where you can get your daily dose. Where me and 11 other cannabis industry thought leaders go over the biggest news stories of the day. We debate them. Yeah, very spicy day for everybody who checked in. And a little back and forth on all this shit. Let's just hop right on into it right here. So this was coming out of Reuters and JPMorgan to restrict trading of some U.S. cannabis stocks. I want to start this story off by saying that I am no longer a licensed financial broker and with the credentials necessary to legally offer advice on investments. So you should definitely reach out and engage with a FINRA approved representative if that's the kind of thing that you are into. But I would also not be keeping it 100 if I didn't tell y'all to please do your own damn research. I never take anybody else's word as law when it comes to how to allocate your own money, your family's money, or any of that stuff. Chances are, if they're on TV, they're selling something else. We'll get into that in a second here. So now we got it out of the way. Banking giant JPMorgan Chase told prime brokerage clients in a letter yesterday that they can no longer buy certain U.S. cannabis-related securities beginning November 8th, following a similar move by Credit Suisse after a high-profile collapse of private fund Archegos Capital this year, leaving several banks in pain during the infamous Wall Street bets to the moon coordinated trade fiasco. It was a good run for the discounted trading platform Robinhood's merry band of inexperienced day traders, but the fallout prompted it across banks in Wall Street, in the real Wall Street, to review internal risk management policies for prime brokerage businesses. The letter from JPMorgan Chase read like this. JPMorgan has introduced a framework that is designed to comply with U.S. money laundering laws and regulations by restricting certain activities in the securities of U.S. marijuana-related business. As of November 8th, the bank will no longer be allowed. The bank will not allow new purchases or short positions in the related businesses, but clients with existing positions will be allowed to liquidate them. The restrictions apply to companies with U.S. operations that are not listed on the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, or the Toronto Stock Exchange and have a direct nexus to marijuana-related activities. All right, so some shit to unpack there. Let's get into it. NASDAQ and NYSE currently allow some affiliated companies to trade, but none directly involved with plant-touching operations in the U.S. Of course, plenty of companies have found workarounds on this list on pink sheets or over-the-counter, or OTC, as we call them in the business, exchanges. These stocks are generally way cheaper than most listings and have less available information covering their whereabouts, the makeup, their board, like all that shit, than all the other companies listed on exchanges. So they're more risky. These are the ones that are being restricted by JPMorgan Chase. Another bank involved with active trading in cannabis companies is Cohen & Company. They sent a letter out to their clients in September announcing that they'll be increasing the cash margin requirements for all cannabis-related trades. Many powerful names in the prominent investor community have voiced blame on the recent MSO stock sell-offs on banks backing away from the sector. While the JPMorgan and Cohen actions could add to the pressure, I highly recommend folks look at the bigger picture. When they were asked about Bitcoin earlier this year, Jamie Dimon, CEO over at JPMorgan Chase, said that it's worthless and not much more than a fraud. This fucking morning, JPMorgan Chase said that Bitcoin could hit $146,000 and is beginning to look like digital gold. These motherfuckers are talking out of both sides of their mouth. Google it. Big banks all want to profit as cleanly as possible off cannabis industry, and Safe Banking Act will help them do just that. It's going to help the big banks, y'all. Read between the fucking lines. I don't have to fucking tell you guys this shit. Follow the money. It's as simple as that. All right? So I see this as a power play by JP and head honcho Jamie Dimon pressuring Congress into passing SAFE. A step further, it'll minimize trading risk created by companies listed on the exchanges, currently prime targets for Wall Street bets and other amateur trading hives looking to once again outsmart the system and create wealth for the masses, for the little guys. MSO Exchange Traded Fund, tracking U.S. marijuana stocks, has losses over 50%. That's MSOS. It's the ETF that tracks all the cannabis industry funds. It's lost 50% in value since hitting a peak in February. Twitter and Reddit boards have been rife with hatred aimed at big cannabis, using the hashtag MSO gang to push traders into a mass sell-off. JP Morgan's move will likely give MSOs a major boost while crippling many smaller companies come Monday. The bottom line is this: despite what is said publicly, big investment firms solidly believe in big cannabis and all of the opportunity that the industry has. They back safe banking. Hey, stop that. They don't want to be connected to anything remotely jeopardizing their prominent seats at the table and the relationships that they've formed with heads of these companies. Allegedly. See that, Dana? I'm getting better at that. The big boys are positioning themselves for a giant payday and don't want the little guys anywhere near the bank when they cash out. The amount of noise that you're about to hear over all of this bullshit will probably drown out any of your logical thinking. But just remember, whenever a large regulated institution issues a statement claiming to know that they are doing what's in your best interest, they do. They know what's in your best interest, but they're probably doing just the fucking opposite. Real talk. So let's get these questions. How will JP Morgan Chase's public announcement affect the overall investment lane for cannabis companies going forward? You're probably going to see a minor sell-off, and you're probably going to see a lot more people getting into the industry. You're going to see a lot more people, a lot more mutual funds, as we start to see. You're going to see a lot more deep-pocketed individuals. We've already seen. You're going to see a lot more trading syndicates getting into the mix. Why? Because one of the bigs just told everybody to sell. You know what that means? they probably have a position on that shit and they're waiting for the price to drop so they can get a big block trade in and take all the shit at a discount. They're telling y'all not to do exactly what they're doing because it's in your quote unquote best interest. Has anything any big banks has ever done been in your best interest? No. Let's keep it a buck. Sorry. Baby girl is trying to take my camera down here. Sorry, everybody. That is at YouTube and Twitch and all that shit. All right, so I was in that industry. So I was in corporate finance for 10 years. A lot of people don't know. I was a wholesaler, and as a mutual fund wholesaler, it's kind of a shadow industry. A lot of pharmaceutical reps get a bad rap, right? They go wine and dine your doctor, and they give you a bunch of opioids that you don't need. Same thing exists in the money industry, in the finance industry. I did that for 10 years. So what we used to do is we used to wine and dine mutual fund advisors, just financial advisors, family office, corporate entities, and we would buy our way onto their platform. We would wine and dine them, take them to Nobu, Mr. Chow, do a lot more things in that lane that I probably shouldn't be talking about right now. And next thing you know, that your $1 million inheritance is in my bullshit mutual fund that's never beat the S&P 500. 100% legal. You got to talk about pump and dumps. You got to talk about these penny stocks and all that shit. It's not just penny stocks. It's the big stocks. It's the big mutual funds as well. The whole game is bullshit. Come over here, girl. The whole game is rigged. And the best thing that you can do is do your own damn research. If you are in the cannabis industry already, the best thing for you to do is talk to people on the ground. The whole reason we started Cannavision is because of shit like this. To make sure that you guys have facts from the top and the bottom. We try to take a agnostic position. Let you guys know we are Switzerland, man. Here at Cannabis, it's important that you get all three sides of the story. Oh, this shit, man. See, my hair looks great today. But it's stuff like this is the exact reason why we started Cannavision. So you guys get the whole story and you don't go selling off absolutely everything, thinking that, oh yeah, JPMorgan's getting out of here. All these other investment firms are getting out of here. Guess what? The house always wins. If you guys let them win, they will win. So while I'm all about, MSOs, they made their own bed. They don't want to connect with the community. They don't want to connect with the culture side of things. That's their business. They have enough money to rebound from whatever bullshit that they get into. The people that are hurting are the small companies, the small publicly traded companies that are OTC stocks. They are on the pink sheets. They are seen as penny stocks. Not all of them are bad. Some of them are trash. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you got to do your own due diligence. Don't trust anybody with your money. And that's the risk you take putting money into the game, period, whether it's plant touching or not. So, that being said, here she's wilding the hell out. Was the Wall Street bets right when with the negative sentiment aimed at MSO gang on Reddit and Twitter? That's a good one. I am very apprehensive to say right or wrong. I say that's their position. They're against. They're telling everybody to sell short MSO stocks. They don't know what they're doing. Blah 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 blah. I'm not licensed anymore, so I can't give you guys advice. And I want to get caught and get in trouble with FINRA with the SEC. So I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, dude, the information is out there. If you believe in these companies, if you have conviction about them, if you've seen them behind the scenes, you've seen what they do, and you believe in their product, you believe in the best thing, whatever. The best thing that you can do is your own due diligence, and the boring companies always win. Just put it that way. If you're going to be a day trader, you need to live behind that desk. You need to live those charts, know exactly when to enter, when to exit, all of that stuff if you want to be successful. There's a difference between traders and there's a difference between traders and investors. If you're investing, you want to know that you want to get down with the fundamental analysis and you want to know companies inside and out, know everything about them, know their their teams, know their debt to equity to debt ratio. You want to know who the competition is, all of that stuff. If you are day trading, just you got to know how to work the numbers, how to work the charts, all of that shit. But if you're not with any of those, just stay out, man. Stay out. Everybody wants to ask me for advice on all this stuff. I'm not going to give you advice. I don't believe in advice. I believe everybody has their own. Y'all see her? She's wilding. You know what your money situation is. You know what kind of risk that you can handle. And if you don't, you probably shouldn't be gambling, because the stock market is not much better than going to the casino. And you guys know exactly what games you're good at. You know what you're trash at. So if you want to lose your money, go ahead and lose your money. Listen to people like me. Listen to people like JPMorgan, and you make up your own mind. Period. Is the bubble finally bursting, and time for folks to sit on the sidelines until federal legalization drops? My personal opinion, hell no. Bubble is not bursting. But what you guys are seeing right now is one of the biggest investment firms on earth taking position on something that they claim to know nothing about. They claim they don't want to touch. And the next thing you know, they're going to have major investments in it, and they got in at a lower price point than you could ever fathom. Why? Because you were sitting on the sideline. Simple as that. If you believe in the cannabis industry, you have conviction in it like I do, get in. If you do not, stay out. If you believe in the plant touching side, get in on the plant touching side. If you believe in the ancillary side, get in on the ancillary side. You believe in tech stocks in the industry, you have conviction in them, get in with the tech stocks. If not, just continue to learn on the sideline. But just know, scared money don't make money. Keep it like that. I will say there's three things that I do tell everybody who asks me for investment advice. Did she take my hat? Hair's all fucked up. Three things I always tell people, man. They're like, oh, what should I get into? What should I get into? This cannabis, crypto, and water. That's it. I'm not going into in depth with any of that stuff because number one, I'm not licensed. I can't be doing this in public places. And number two, y'all gotta pay me, man. We can talk about this shit all day. All right, so questions, concerns, critique. Anything other than Rico, your baby is absolutely wild. Yes, I know. She stole all of my energy. Give my shout outs here. Appreciate y'all checking in today. There's lots of noise around cannabis stocks, cannabis investments lately. These are signs, people. These are signs. These are leading indicators that some shit's going down behind the scenes that you're probably not privy to. So stay woke. And like I said, I don't believe in advice because I think everybody's story, their backstory is different than the next person's. But I will tell you from my point of view, whenever you hear a lot of noise like this, just be aware of the big picture and control the controllable. You know what's controllable in your life. You know what is important in your life. Make sure those things are taken care of, and then have some fun with it. There's lots of opportunity to make money in the cannabis industry, whether it's investing, whether it's actually getting your hands dirty, literally and figuratively, or whether it is being on the media side, like me and the rest of my team. But you really, really need to realize that your situation is different than the next person's, and you should never, ever, ever take anybody's position on what they're doing to heart for what you want to do. You know your risk level. You know what you can afford, what you can't afford. If you just like to speculate and look on the sidelines, watch shit like CNBC. I will tell you, I do enjoy watching CNBC muted. Look at the numbers, look at the charts. Don't listen to anything those motherfuckers are saying. I was in that shit for 10 years and we made a lot of money and took very, very, very little risk doing that. So Not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm not no snitch. Just know, man, if somebody with deep pockets is on TV, is in these big articles and Reuters and Forbes and anything like that, giving you exclusive interviews and shit, chances are they're trying to make money off of you. I'll just keep it at that. All right. Big shout out to Alf Red, Kermil, Lissa 77, Turpy Tammy, my little bro Sosa Cuts, Treat AZ, Seismic Advocacy, Love My Girls for Life, Veronica, in the place. Deadeye, what's popping? Cannabis House, what's good? Flower and Resin, what's happening? Cherry Baby 714, what up? Rolling with Master Gut, what up, Master Guns? What's happening? I had your shirt on yesterday, brother. Make sure you check out if you can. Cannabis Works. They're doing the veteran drop this weekend. Rolling with Master Guns. Please connect with Veronica on my team. Veronica. I'm blanking the fuck out. Canavision.global. Canivision.global. GLOBAL. And DM us over there. We'll get you the information. Hit up Shelly over there. She's incredible over at Cannabis Works. She's fantastic. Bougie Blows. What's happening? My man Jason Beck did it at his dispensary this past weekend. Make sure you guys get on that compassion tip. Hey, take care of our veterans, man. Take care of our veterans. These motherfuckers go off and fight wars for us. And I'm not even going to say for us to be free and like all that shit. No, they fight wars because of capitalism. Keep it a buck here. They fight wars because of special interests. And they come back over here and they can't even get free weed in most places. Well, Dear Cannabis helped change that out here. Compassion Law helped change that. And there's a few dispensaries in the state. There needs to be all dispensaries in the state need to be participating in this. I hope they do by the end of next year. But you can go and get access to free medicine. So hit up Cannabis Works with a K. Tell Shelly that Rico sent you. Take care of my veterans, my people. And make sure you guys check us out on Say the Cannabis NewsHour tomorrow morning where you can get your daily dose, 9 a.m. Pacific. 12 p.m. on the East Coast. I love you guys. Make sure you guys kiss your mamas, hug your daddies, love your babies. Look around. Ain't nowhere else to turn. You can always turn the fuck up. I'll see y'all tomorrow.